There we go. Greetings, good storytellers. I am the Artful Narrator, and of course, this is Payday 2, naturally. What else would you expect from this channel? Well, after all, this is a gaming channel, is it not? I think that's what I market it as. No. After the last couple months, naturally, I'm sure you must have questions along the lines of, say, did I subscribe to this as a writing and tropes channel to help me figure out ways that I could implement plots in my own stories? Or if you're someone who just loves narrative, then maybe you're someone who subscribed because you're like I want to, inside look at better ways that I can better appreciate some of the cogs and gears and the strings that are going on behind the scenes of some of my favorite stories by gaining an appreciation for the tropes that were used to tell those stories. All these are very logical questions to have. Needless to say, things have been extra crazy, so taking some time to kick back with one of my favorite hobbies when I'm not writing or watching movies, and that is gaming. I'm a huge gamer. And I honestly don't know why Payday 2 is one of my all-time favorite games. It just certainly has aspects of it that do make sense. I love games with character customization, but Payday 2 didn't really have that much of that when it first launched. It had the masks. Now it's really good with the ability to change your characters' outfits. Whole array of wonderful things, and I love that they're finally getting some of the latest packs that have brought in sort of Asian-inspired flares. I don't know whether it's by it being from a different culture or there being so many, animes that have similar outfits. It just gives you this feeling that this is more futuristic, cooler, different sort of clothes instead of just, a different type of suit. Like this. Although, to be fair, that is a cool Western suit. Or this. Yeah, some of these are keepers, other ones less so. But I also like stealth games. I'm a huge fan of stealth games. Dishonored, one of my all-time favorites. And the stealth in Payday 2 is... It's good in some areas. Other areas it's mind-numbingly stupid and broken and very exploitable. You can't freaking close doors. What is wrong with our guys? They've got... I guess they're just carrying so many guns and medic bags and all this stuff that they just don't... They know how to open doors, but they don't understand how to close doors. I don't know, whatever. So it has lots of things like that. It also has wonderful homages to classic 80s... Let me remove that window. There we go. It has wonderful homages to classic 80s styles of just ludicrous action movies, which is the heist in question that we're going to do today. Mostly because I'm having a stressful day and I want something that I don't need to think too much during. So we're going to do the Scarface Mansion. I actually have not seen Scarface all the way through. I got interrupted while watching it, so I need to finish that. But it's actually quite good. I've done the stealth for this. By now at least. I can read the numbers there, but I've done it at least 30 times. A lot of those were restarts. I'm just going to play it on Mayhem because I don't want to have to think. I don't want to actually have to work. But the build I'm using is a build that should be strong enough to do this on Deathwish. But you can get screwed over by the RNG with snipers and things like that in the escape. Oh, also I should mention, as you can see, I'm no longer in my previous place. At the moment, I'm just in a camper, set up on a table that's about maybe charitably 3 feet by 3 feet, maybe 2.5. So I do not have the proper separation between my monitor, between my microphone and my tower. So the fan is going to be audible, and it's just, this is a treat for me, not necessarily for you, unfortunately. Someday, maybe, I'll be able to actually have a place where I can live, where I've got room to do things. But for now, this is what we got. Also, I'm playing this on a slightly scaled down resolution, not because my computer can't handle it. It is more than capable of recording. And also playing this, it's more that I want to have my stream controls open on the side. Look at these outfits though. Oh, this is so cool. Got all the girls out. Just love that. Makes us feel like such badasses going motorcycle gang. I could try to stealth this beginning, because this build does actually double as a stealth build. Never mind. I've played this stealth so many times that I keep unintentionally starting it like I'm playing a stealth run, just force of habit. The beginning plays similar, whether you're doing a stealth run or not, though. It's just the later half. And you can half stealth it. Yeah, hi, nice. Got a lucky spawn there. If for some reason you don't know anything about Payday 2, Payday 2 is a heisting game. And some people could call it a heisting simulator, but it's not. It is a game about robbing banks and doing all sorts of fun stuff. Oh yeah, I got all the girls in their full white motorcycle helmet fatigues, like it. But yeah, in this specific mission, we are actually assassins. We're going to kill Ernesto Souza, who's moved in to the former house of the famous 80s drug lord, Tony Montana. And, of course, because we are thieves, while we're there we can steal some... I forget what they call it. It's cocaine, but they call it Yano. Yeah, something like that. I'm running a, for people who do know Payday 2, I'm running an anarchist build. Suit anarchist build, so I'm trying to take advantage of armor gating. That's another thing that Payday 2 has now done significantly better. Originally, it didn't have a lot of build options. Should have aimed there. Yeah, it did not have a lot of build options. You really, it was more just a question of, are you going to try to stealth something, or are you going to just go in loud? Those were your options, loud or stealth. There was, of course, you could gear more towards crew chief and things like that, but they've really opened it up with the perk decks. And so you can have some wonderful different builds that completely change the way that some weapons work and completely change the way that the game plays. And I really enjoy this. I'm not a huge shooter fan, I should say. For me, the different weapons in this do feel satisfying, but I definitely don't have the... there we go. The shooter chops to be able to say, ah yes, you know, the guns in this, the recoil or the mechanics, all this feels just right. It's like, I don't know, I enjoy it. This is taking advantage of low blow for crits to pump up the damage on the bootleg assault rifle. And I'd like to get a joker so I could get some health regeneration. I'm really happy that they buffed the bootleg assault rifle, because it always looked so cool, and I'm a huge Sydney fan of the heister that I'm currently playing. But yeah, her weapon was never that good before, so recent updates changed that and made it very viable indeed, which I do appreciate. I typically play on Mayhem. My builds are strong enough to play Deathwish, and so I do play Deathwish sometimes. I'm still trying to get into... Come on, sir. Like you do. Nah, he's dead. Credit. I'm still trying to get into Death Sentence. So would like the prestige of being able to get that death sentence mask. But I don't quite have that perfectly set up to be able to do it. So maybe someday get into the full pro leagues of Payday 2, if you can call it that. Oh nice, the pillars actually have damageable sections. That's cool. Always fun to see. I was getting sidetracked getting some jokers, and I need to go get into the building. The reason there's 2 objectives on the screen is because out of force of habit I glitched the first objective of if you're playing solo, you can equip your party members with buffs, and one of those buffs increases your interaction speed, which is very useful, especially for stealth. But because of that, if you insert the USB drive to hack the house security and then really quick interact with the computer, you'll actually bypass several breakdowns of the computer that are supposed to happen that require you to then go and interact with circuit boxes. And it's it's not super critical, but it's very useful in stealth, especially if you're trying to do the 13-minute achievement, which after a lot of work I managed to do. And so now it's just sort of ingrained, and I kind of can't stop doing it. But so yeah, it still thinks that I need to do that objective, but it's not going to actually stop the gameplay. If I had stealthed this up until this point, I could have skipped this next objective and just gotten Ernesto Souza to open up his inner sanctum for me, but now I'm going to need to burn all these paintings. So glad that they add the ability for these AI to be able to carry paintings. Ooh, nice, some of the Nephilim stuff. After that is one of the things that I really like about Payday 2. So, again, something that was not... I don't know whether it wasn't present, but it wasn't apparent in the beginning of the game. Oh, look at that, that's so cool. Yeah. Is the just how incredibly bizarre and awesome the lore is, that you're in not only this world where there are genetically engineered soldiers, but there's like aliens and secret societies. Like, it's really cool. Well, if you have not seen it and are interested, I highly recommend Noli's videos on the story of Payday 2. It's a 12-part series. He did an amazing job tying it all together, and it really is a joy. Yeah, I think he made a supercut that's just all one video. That's like, oh, I forget, it's like, what would it be, 3 hours or something like that? Each video is about 20 to 30 minutes. Math is failing me at the moment. Ah, come on. I just need 3 more paintings. Gotta burn all these paintings, very sad. That would have been good loot, but we're not here for that. Oh, look at those. I would almost hang a print of that in my room if A, I had room to hang something like that, and B, I didn't already have a Neverland map and a map of the a replica of Flint's Treasure Island map that I would prefer to be hanging up. I will probably cover it in another video, since this is just a relaxation video. I wasn't getting into that too much, but yeah, I've successfully made it to California at the moment, but still no rest for the weary. We don't really have that great a situation here, just staying with family at the moment, and not a lot of space. They're having much trouble trying to fix their house, so we're back in a house that's being repaired. I've got this RV to hang out in with the cats. And it's pretty nice, but it's small, and at least I've got internet again to be able to play games and stuff, but as you can see, not the best background to be making higher quality videos. I have no idea what the sound is as far as, you know, echoes or things like that. Obviously, a trope video wouldn't have the problem that this current video has, which is that my computer's fan is being unnecessarily loud. Suffering from commentator's syndrome, where, there we go. I'm talking and not focusing on the objective. Yeah, I should have played this on Death Wish. These guys can't even graze me. It's just in the... For some reason, there are some missions where you can pre-plan your escape, which makes a lot of sense. But then there's other missions like this where you can plan a lot. I'm looking for a gas can. You can plan a lot, but you can't plan your escape. And so it's fully possible that even though the best escape by far is around the back here, where one of your associates pulls up a boat next to the dock here, you just carry the extra loot out of the back. And yeah, there's snipers, but it's still so much better. The one that you normally get stuck with is you have to go out back the way you came through just a hail of sniper or bullets. Usually snipers too that are stationed so far away that if you're taking like a shotgun build, it's highly possible that you might just not be able to hit them without taking advantage of the... Oh, I forget what it's called, but it's that Payday 2 has the system where if you miss enough shots, the bullet will actually like take pity on you and hit the guy you're aiming at, just in an attempt to keep the game fun. There's a specific name for that from the long guide, I forget what it's called. Oh, this gun feels so good. The main thing that's super nice about it is that there are LMGs in this game, which again, I'm not a gun person, so I just know them from games like this that I've played with it. But you know, big machine guns, very fun to shoot, but you can't aim down sights with them, and it's slow walking with them, and reload times are super long. But so to have I gotta go out and get ready for the next objective. But anyway, to have a gun like this where you still have the massive drums of ammunition, and yeah, you don't do as much damage, but to be able to have such higher accuracy and the ability to aim down sights, super nice. I'm missing out on some of the extra flair by having a silencer on the gun, but with my current build, using silencers increases my accuracy, which is necessary to help make sure that this is viable at longer ranges, because I do want this to be able to kill snipers, and since this isn't a true LMG, I can't equip a bipod to it, which would let me plant that. Yeah, I should have done this on hard difficulty. Of course, I say that and watch, I'll round one of these corners, get cloaker kicked, and then two bulldozers will just come and knock my teeth in. But like I said, I'm just doing this to relax. It's just so frustrating. I really want to get back to doing more writing videos, but it's just hard because I want to put extra polish into them. And yeah, cloaker, there's the one oh, phew, that was close. Said a cloaker was going to come around and screw me over. But yeah, I really want to get back to doing more writing videos. I'd like to do some more diabetes videos as well. But I do wish that I could have... I don't know whether I'm just tired and so not, wishing for something that required slightly less scripting, but I've just been so inspired by some podcasts, specifically the Flophouse podcast. It's a bad movie podcast, and they just do such an amazing job of just giving people hope, and just like, that's one of my go-to things when I'm having a really hard time. Gotta come down. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, they just do such a wonderful job of giving people hope and a reason to laugh and just joy. And I don't know whether I can do things like that. I feel like I can do a decent job providing information, but providing a break at the end of a long day, or a chance to, I don't know, sort of forget about all your problems and troubles and just have fun. That's something that I've been given so many times throughout my life, through various different podcasts and YouTube videos. Oh, hey, Cannon Voter. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever streamed, so I was taking a chance to relax and just sort of settle into the new area. Life's been super crazy the last few months, which is why there's been less videos. And I'm in a new area right now. Also, my hat's completely falling off. But yeah, I'm in a camper at the moment, so not a lot of space. So my computer fan is right next to my microphone, which is not the most acoustically pleasing. So seeing if I can break the ice by just doing some gaming, because I'm a huge gamer in my spare time. And this is one of my favorite games because it's very mindless and kind of 80s-y, stupid, just explosions and fun. But yeah, as I was saying, I really want to find some way to do more lighthearted content. I wasn't watching Ammunition. There we go. I want to find some way to do more lighthearted content so that I can just get a chance to, I don't know, hopefully, things are just so hard right now. I want to give a chance to give people some, give them hope sounds too dramatic, but just give them a nice reprieve from troubles. And that's something that YouTubers like Variax and NerdCube have given me for years, and podcasts like the Flophouse or my Bim Bam. There's something so nice about having content that you can put on when you want to learn things. You're trying to figure out a problem. That's great. A lot of times I'll be putting on game theory or different writing YouTube channels and stuff like that. But then there's just those when you're just feeling down, great content that you can put on to just relax. And I'd love to be able to provide some of that. But I don't know whether it's in my wheelhouse necessarily to do so with my skill set, and whether I'm more just sort of looking for an excuse to do something that requires less scripting and not, having to fully think something out and plan exactly how to succinctly state some writing goal, how to execute some trope. I don't know. We'll see, what ends up happening. It's just hard to think about trying to do writing videos with such a small space. I don't know why it's easier to do something like this. I guess it's just because I feel like this doesn't need to be. I'm not trying my best with this. I'm not trying to present something that is in and of itself exceedingly worthwhile. It is just a chance to relax. I'm not expecting people to get something serious or exceptionally useful out of this. It's more just a little bit of a chance to connect and a chance to help me get back into recording more. Ah, nice, there we go. Since it's just mayhem difficulty, I'll just take... No reason to be greedy, I'll take the 6 that I need and leave. Did it give me the good escape? Damn it, oh, it gave me the horrible escape. Look at that. So they've got snipers half a mile away, and luckily I've got the range so I can hit them. But I need to go all the way down there. All the way down there through sniper fire. That's bad. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I used, just played this on Mayhem. At least the AI can carry bags now. It was agony before, when the AI couldn't carry bags. Overkill's definitely taken some strange decisions with Payday 2, but the fact that they've made the AI more usable is super nice. Letting them use better guns and letting you equip masks on them is super fun. So you can make them all themed. I only need... I'll take one more. Where's this other sniper? There he is. Okay, I see what's happening. I throw down a flashbang, and they throw down a flashbang. This might be where I get downed. I refuse. This has been a no-down run so far. I refuse. I'm so in trouble. I still have one Joker. My build gives me health regeneration if I have a Joker. A Joker for non Payday 2 fans is in the game you have the ability to get one of the cops or murky water units that you're fighting to become basically to work for you. Yeah, there we go, that's the one. Oh, I'm gonna go down. It was worth it. Okay. This is the worst escape. Yep, went down. But, yeah, we'll see what happens in the future with content and videos. As the hope is that we'll get a better place to live eventually. Yeah, where we can actually all be in the same house instead of just my mom and dad staying in my uncle's spare room and me hanging out in this RV out in the camper, out in the yard. So I went from staying in, for people who saw my other video, I went from staying in the garage in the Suburban to staying in the driveway in an RV. So technically bigger, and I do at least have a space to have my computer, but it doesn't have any water hookups, so I still need to go inside to be able to use, take a shower, stuff like that. And not looking forward to having to walk through the snow to get all that stuff done. And of course my cats are adjusting. Socks is such a sweetheart, and she is doing a pretty good job. Earl is my other cat that has never appeared on the show. He's a white and black tuxedo cat with some Maine Coon ancestry. So he's a big cat. Big cat. Wow, they're carrying it up on the roof. Well, good thing there's a ladder. But yeah, he's a good boy, but he likes to be able to go outside for walks. And right now it's a little hard to do that because the neighbors have dogs. I mean, not the neighbors, my uncle has dogs, so he's not super happy with having to be stuck inside. So trying to figure out what we're going to do there. And he's a very personable cat. He wants to be with the rest of the family, and he doesn't like that we're that's me and Socks and him out here, and Mom and Dad and the rest of the family in there. I'm just trying to run through this. I don't care. I want to get out. I want to complete the mission. Yikes. There you go, did it. Accuracy's pretty good with this in long range. It's got a little bit of recoil. Oh, the AI is so slow. Come on. Bring me those bags. So we can get out of here. I'm going to put down a medic bag. It doesn't matter. We're almost over. No reason to ration them. There we go. And we're out. Mission successful. 26 minutes. Definitely longer than it needed to be. Could have easily been more like... the achievements were 13 minutes, so... without rushing, I think 17 would have been better time. Also, don't worry, this channel isn't going to become gaming videos channel. It's still a writing channel. This is just so that I can do something. Cause having a rough day, and gaming is my escape of choice. And I actually, anecdote, I originally wanted to become a gaming YouTuber, not in the PewDiePie, Markiplier sort of vibe. But again, because the first YouTubers that I watched was to find out whether or not I was going to enjoy a game, and so I would play. It was I watched Variax play Morrowind, and so originally I was trying to, when I first got recording software, or I still I think have on my YouTube channel in private mode, early test videos I did for playing Payday 2 and Saints Row 3. And I just couldn't feel like I was bringing enough interesting, reason to watch my video as opposed to someone else's video on those games, because other, just such wonderful content creators had already covered those games that I felt like, I don't want to necessarily present an inferior product by doing that. I'll go with this. So it is kind of cyclical and nice to finally be actually playing a game on my YouTube channel and have it be Payday 2, so it kind of makes sense. There's some serendipity to it. I want to see if I can finally get... I'm not a huge achievement hunter, but you unlock masks in Payday 2 by completing achievements, and I am a huge fan in games. Games like Warframe, the game that I have by far the most time in. Community jokes that's Fashion Frame, and I'm 100% part of that. I'm like, yes, getting cosmetics, coloring the different characters. There's armor and making them all fancy. It's one of my favorite things, and I love those. One of the reasons that I loved playing Monster Hunter or World, and the ice. Is it Iceborne? What is it? I'm messed up now because of other games that use similar verbiage. But yeah, love games with cosmetics. And so definitely looking for those few achievements that I need to get some of the last really cool masks in Payday. The final one that's eluding me, not final one, but the biggest one that's eluding me is the achievement for getting 950 achievements, and then the achievement for getting 1,000 achievements. The 1,000 achievements one is going to be hard, but I'm almost up to 900, so I should be able to get that 950 one, and that'll be cool. But I'm gonna need to, I'm not sure, since they're adding new content to the game, it's becoming increasingly easy to get some of those high achievement levels, just because you don't need to max level your infamy. Because I'm only in infamy in Payday 2 is it's basically like, it's kind of like New Game Plus or something like that. That you can level up from 1 to 100, and then on top of that, you can infamy, which resets your character levels, but unlocks extra stuff, and you can do that 100 times. But and you get extra XP. Yeah, I might do that someday, but I don't know. I'm still there. Hold on 1 second. There goes just Dad checking in, and he's taking care of Mom today. She's still with us. But yeah, someday I will probably grow out of gaming as well, but there's just still a little something about it. It's so cool to be able to, especially, which is another reason why it's strange that I like this game as much as I do. My favorite games are more RPGs where you can, living in the world is what's so cool. Going and just walking through Skyrim, being out about and seeing, interacting with the different people, seeing all the different work that went into it, all the writing, all these just incidental characters that you can bump into, or even the yikes, those are a lot of guys. The non-spoken storytelling where you can just find and little tidbits that's of some sort or of a story, in the form of a lost bit of armor or weapon. 1 second. Hopefully that was final interruption. But yeah, as I was saying that being able to, I'm not going to press the red button. If you do that, it makes the mission harder. But yeah, just that's how with Skyrim and some RPGs is, or The Witcher, especially The Witcher 3. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. You can just come upon the scene and see from the clues that are left, figure out what transpired there, or what magical happenings, or yikes, dozer. There we go. And just as a writer, that's so fascinating, and because that's one thing that I can't do is I can't use visual storytelling. I can craft a scene that, through my description, conveys the story without someone actually being there and saying, hey, this is, where these two who were lovers met to run away, but there was an evil spell that cursed them, and now they're both, one of them's been transformed into stone, and the other's trying to find a way to free them or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I can't just lay out a scene and let people take away from it what they may. And so, like, part of me would love to go into Feathers 1, okay. Part of me would love to go into game design and on a, not bird 2, okay, we're going bird themed. Not in making a game, in like coding and stuff like that, but more figuring out how to write and set up some of these things. But for the time being, oh, that was easy. Sweet. Okay, so Featherbird, waves, sand, Nile probably. Once this door gets opened, then there's a suspiciously Ark of the Covenant looking container that has the objective in it. But yeah, some of my favorite games lately have been games like No Man's Sky, or what was it called, City Skylines, where you can just create something beautiful and just sort of be swept up in the experience. Okay, so Featherbird waves. Featherbird. Oh, waves. There we go. Nice. Yeah, we are there's community theory that we're breaking into Area 51, and or if not Area 51, then the warehouse from Indiana Jones. It definitely feels like that. Top men, indeed. This is a pistol. Is this pistol anarchist build? I think it is. Yeah, I use anarchist way too much. It's just so good. Yeah, this is a pistol anarchist build with crits. I used to run dodge builds a ton. Oh, I should get a Joker to get my health back up. Yeah, I used to run dodge builds a ton. That was the first real variation that the game brought. Before there was just like you could wear heavy armor, or you could like help the crew by playing the crew chief role, and you would give them extra health regeneration and stuff like that. But when they added dodge builds, that was awesome. If you ran low detection gear, there we go. You could get it up so that there'd be a high % chance that that enemy bullets would miss you. And even though it never was 100%, and I think the highest you could get was like 70, and you definitely it could feel the effects of it, and it made gameplay really interesting. Oh yes, I love Alan Wake. Like, I'm so excited that it's coming back because it was taken completely. It was just nowhere. You couldn't find it anywhere for a while. I'll be interested to see. I don't know whether I'll get the remaster version of it or not. I'll have to find out what sort of remaster they did. Because it's a game about a writer. It's like, it super speaks to me. It was a gift from a friend, gifted it to me. Yeah, no, I definitely feel that, and games are always fun or with friends. I have some friends that I'm still able to get together with and do some gaming, but it's a little bit harder nowadays more of my, when I can get together with friends, it's more like playing role-play games and stuff like that, because I'm trying to polish my DMing. But I do have a friend from England and another buddy that a lot of times will play games like what's it called? I'll play a lot of Vermintide. Okay, let's see. I still really wanna. I need to dominate one of these cops so that I can turn into a Joker so that I can get health regeneration. But are not cops. These are Murky Water, the antagonists of the game. They're the secret evil military organization, mercenaries. All right, I'm getting distracted. So let's see. BAD. I'm just never getting one. It's just how it is now. It's D. Look at that, though. That's cool. So this is one of the Nephilim from the game. It's an ancient race of aliens that came. And again, this is a heist. This is ostensibly a heisting game. This was released in 2013 as a heisting game, and then like I forget when it was. It was like 2016 or 17 years later. They finally bring out this stuff and go, oh yeah, by the way, this game is exceedingly more fantastical than you ever imagined. And like the ending for this game was like a full-on secret that like no one knew about for a long time. They thought that the end was something completely different, and someone just managed through, I don't know whether I don't think they dug into the code. I'm not sure. Someone figured out how to access this secret ending, and just like such massive respect for Cloaker, dang it. Such massive respect for whoever was able to figure that out. I used to know, but I can't remember now. But yeah, I'm sure if I had a different situation where my health was better and I had more time to have a real job, I would have less time to be able to just have bouts where I just game to unwind. But that's, since I'm currently in a situation where I don't have any local friends to hang out with, any time that I have free time, it ends up being computer-based, and if I'm not writing, then I'm pick some sort of game and relax. B. But it is, yeah, I do not know how many more years I have of it before it won't be something that that continues to keep my attention. Let's see, where do I want you to stay? Stay right there. There you go. But yeah, I still want to be a writer, but someday if I would also love to either be a voice actor, would be super cool, or to like work on as like writing help on a game would be interesting too. I don't know enough about coding, but just like helping craft the story for someone else and then seeing how they could spin that into actually being implemented through character dialogue or stuff like that. Oh, hello, Aphrodite. Yeah, long time no talk. My bad on that. Things are pretty crazy. Yeah. Where we go? D. Yeah, things are pretty crazy. Yeah. I finally was able to. I'd been trying to get a home for several months because my previous rental had ended and just couldn't find anything new. Ended up having to travel 900 miles to California after looking for 3 months and not being able to find anything locally. And even now in California, I'm just hanging out in a RV of my uncle's in his driveway. Oh, mom and dad are staying in a spare room. Oh my goodness, you're writing a game story? Oh, awesome. What type? I've obviously, unless it's a secret and you're not allowed to talk about that stuff while it's still in development. I was doing like a like a light novel, not light novel, like a, shoot, what are those called? The like dating simulator sort of games. Some of those have gotten incredible stories lately. Like I'm a huge fan of Monster Prom, things like that. Some of the writing in those is incredible. Well, or then a lot of the narrative games that have come out where it's not it's not AAA, but it's what's it called? I can't remember it now, but there was a mod of I think Skyrim that came out recently, that just told this really fantastic story about it was like the purgatory in ancient Greece, and like these different people, while they were trapped, after trying to figure out how to escape their their faults, and really interesting on the human condition. Oh, very cool, nice, yeah. Yeah, I'm still too old school, so I still can't imagine the book that I've been working on for years as anything other than just a novel, but that games have just gone so far and become such incredible things. It would be interesting to what would it be like if my main story was adapted to be a game instead, but it's just like it's so complicated as it is just to write that I can't even imagine then also needing to have the coding and programming and things like that, but being able to work as a writer for someone else's game is super nice. Yeah, I do need to branch out more into seeing if there's some ways I can flex my skills and get some work from home, either as a voice actor or a game, help with a game or something like that. I wish that I had more room on this table to be able to move my computer further away so it wouldn't be so loud. This computer's pretty powerful, but it is... the fans are too loud. It wasn't as big of an issue before because I had a further separation between where I had my computer and where I had my microphone, but now they're literally 3 feet apart, so yeah, not gonna be that great. But I'm always super... yeah, no, dang it, cloakers. But yeah, I'm always so impressed as to see all the videos that you've put out. I desperately wish that I could have of that kind of consistency. Yeah, I know that part of it is just needing to work harder, and part of it is having less difficulties going on health-wise. Yeah, thank you so much for that was very nice. Someday maybe I can actually message you on Facebook again, even though I'm never on Facebook. But yeah, thank you. Always a pleasure, Aphrodite. It's times like this that I should have brought a dodge build. Okay. Yeah, this map was made during one of the evil periods of the Payday 2 developers, where even though they were making interesting stories, oh hi Earl, they were really made me lose focus, says my big cat. Even though they're making interesting stories, they were taking advantage of the fact that the game had become easier because of all the good builds, and so they were making it harder. Oh, they're both down. This is bad. Yikes. But yeah, I need to... I don't know. It's just hard. I feel like I'm probably 6 months away from being able to finish my story, finish my novel. I just don't know whether... I just don't know whether I can afford to give myself that much time, or if I need to find some part-time job or something like that to help. Just because we ate through, which I still need to make that. I still need to make that. That's called GoFundMe video. I mean account. And make a video for it. And just because we spent $100,000 on rent and doctors and just all that for Mom, and me and Dad during the last couple of years. So we really need to recuperate and replenish money. Part of the reason that I'm making this video today is that I actually had been trying to apply for a streamer job for the last couple months, which wasn't the best because I didn't have internet half that time, so couldn't exactly record and upload the audition videos necessary. And I just, after working out for a month, finally finished an audition video and was getting ready to upload it, and it had said that the deadline was the 30th. I wasn't sure when on the 30th, it didn't say. And I checked earlier in the day, it was still up, and then checked just a couple hours ago, and just missed it. So, like, missed it by an hour. It's just, that was so disheartening. Obviously, no idea of whether or not I would have gotten it. Pretty unlikely, probably, but just frustrating to have gotten so close and then not even have them be able to see the audition that I'd made. So I'll have to see what comes. See if there's some other opportunities that come up. I keep looking into voice actor stuff, but I just don't have the good setup, and I know you really need a good setup to be able to, not waste people's time. And I know that I could make some auditions for that and see, but it's hard when I'm in such a less than ideal physical space situation. But I could look and see if there's ways to test echo quality and things like that, see if it's not too bad. Maybe this camper is miraculously not too bad as far as acoustics. I know that the Blue Yeti microphone is pretty good, but a condenser microphone and it would be even better. So I just need to find where the starter level is for some of these different things, and see if I can keep doing some streaming and maybe be able to find inroads there. I don't know. Just trying to figure out how I can get both be creative and more emotionally healthy in this current situation, and also be able to provide enough of a living to help the family until I can be able to actually get a full job someplace. my schedule is just still so wild because of diabetes that it's hard to have a 9-to-5 job anywhere. I've been going for a while. Well, I'll do one more and call it there. 3 is a good number. Let me see what build. I'll do my shotgun build because that's fun. Yeah, shotgun build. Switch the ammo types. Yes, I did. Cool. Nice. Now I'll go with shotgun build. If I'm playing a shotgun character with low range, I shouldn't pick a long range mission. The one thing the game desperately needs is a randomize button because there's like, how many are there? There's like 70 missions or something like that. That can't be right. I need to check now. How many missions are there? Let's see. There's 78 missions. Granted, some of them are slight variations of each other, but that's so many to choose from. It'd be great if there was a randomizer. Crime Wave is kind of that. Engine problem? Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll do the engine problem. That's a good one. I like that one. That used to be the hardest one after back when the game launched. Just because there was a random chance as to, or not random chance, there was a this mission requires you to find a nuclear, or find a fusion engine, and it can be one of 12, and you have to find clues to figure that out while the cops are shooting at you. So it's a interesting, brought some different mechanics to the forefront. You couldn't just run in, shoot things, leave, which I do like interesting mechanics. And there's an achievement that I've never gotten, which is purposely picking the right engine last, but you need to be in the mission for like an hour. And I just don't know. I have the patience, but I just don't have the time right now. Oh no, stealth broke. Whatever will I do? Okay, let's see. Let's do this right. Okay, the door that I need to hack can be one of 3 locations. So let's see what I can learn from outside. Alright, wow, that's easy. Okay. It's top room. Oh, it is, I have to admit, even though I'm not a big gun guy, it is nice as being able to use some of these weapons that don't have the silencers on it, because the pop is very nice. Oh, this is a build where I don't have everyone in matching outfits. Oh, that's sad. They've got matching masks, but not matching outfits. No, we're not fashionably dressed. How can we rob this place? Joy, you're just wearing torn jeans. Come on. Clover, you're always cool. Now, okay, so while that's drilling, I need to find clues. So clues, there's several clipboards. I'd really like to stick one of these AI on the door. Hopefully they'll be able to guard it, but if I walk too far away, then they'll leave. Ooh, nice. 3 hoses. Got it. Gonna take a screenshot of that. Dang it, stupid cloaker. Okay, so 3 hoses, that's good. There's gonna be one more clipboard. It can be in the bedroom, but it's usually downstairs. Usually more downstairs. Can be in here too. Nope. In here? Nope. Oh, there's one of these stupid... Oh, there's a hacking later where if the enemy interacts with one of the fuse boxes, it stops it, and it makes it really hard to continue. It's something that works much better if you're playing with a full 4-man team, because then you can just have someone sit on that and it's good. But with the AI, it's a little bit harder. Obviously, I could play this in a drills jammed. Obviously, I could play this mission in a public lobby and just have random people, but I don't know. I started as a solo gamer, and unless I'm playing with friends in chat, something like that, I don't really like playing with random people. Well, unless it's a specifically designed team-based game. Like I was fine playing TF2 back in the day, or Overwatch, playing those, because it's fairly clear what's going on, and it's alright if you don't have perfect coordination. But games like this, even though you can play it with just talking in chat and text, it's just so much. Oh, good grief, drill jam again! It's so much better if it's multiple people in a call. Some of the best experiences I've had on this was getting in really good 4-player teams and knocking out some excellent heisting. Only got a few times like that, but oh, it was beautiful. And the Tubula Rasa achievement is still something that I have saved on my Steam profile, because that was, back in the day, a super hard achievement to get, that required you to not use any skills and use weapons that were far from the best. So that was a... Oh, come on, computer. I know. I don't know how to do this. Yeah, I bet the Tubula Rasa achievement is not as hard now as it was then, just because there's better builds and a better understanding of how to play the game. Back then I did not know how to use some of the perk decks to maximum effect, but that was kind of part of the fun. It was the extra challenge. So many snipers. Shotgun's the best ranged weapon. Oh, I desperately need a Joker. Oh, Hunt Showdown? Oh no. Oh no. That one isn't one that instantly sounds familiar. Or I'm not as up on my games as I should be. Oh, this is the nightmare experience for a single player situation. And one of those dang fuse boxes far enough away that I can't leave an AI on it. And I gotta get a Joker. There we go. Get one of these guys. Nope, never mind. Another game that was great that I loved playing, I think, was Portal 2. Playing that with friends was a blast. I don't know, there are some games that as a single player gamer, or primarily, it is sad to just know, like, I'm just not going to be able to enjoy this as it was intended. But there's others like this where they did at least make it so it is physically possible to play it 70% of the time solo and still not have a bad experience, but the group experience is always so much better. Trying to think my my favorite would be, it's just hard because it's so dependent on the people. And oops, punch my mic. And there are just some friends that it's really fun to play. Yeah, the more just sort of casual, play Overwatch, things like that with. And there's some other ones. Oh my goodness. Where we really love to play strategy games, like the Total War games. Especially, I loved playing Total War Shogun. And then, even though I suck at it, which irritates me, the Total Warhammer. Because I was a huge Total War Rome and Total War Medieval 2 player back in the day, and completely learned how the AI worked in terms of what, based on what those are like command and conquer Risk sort of games where you play as either a culture or a like city-state, things like that. That's like Sparta or Scotland, but in those earlier games, the AI didn't have a lot of randomization, and so there's two phases. There's a phase where, a board phase where you have units moving on the map, and you can see what castle they're going towards to take that. And then there's a real-time strategy, and that's turn-based. And then there's a real-time strategy element where you can actually command entire battalions of units and get it all. Factor in flanking and morale and things like that. But in those early games, the AI didn't have a lot of randomization, and so you could learn and figure out exactly, all right, if I play as Scotland, then England is always going to move toward Edinburgh and try to take it on this specific turn, and this other castle that's currently held by rebels is going to be physically something that I can take at this turn, but if I wait too long, then they'll build up stronger units and it'll cost me too many units to try to take it. And so there was this whole extra level of gameplay that you could, if you wanted to, figure out, and it made it just really interesting to know all those things and understand how far you could push the AI and what you could do. And so I kind of just got, not complacent, but I got too in love with being able to abuse the game that way and have that extra sort of warped kind of strategy and diplomacy. Whereas in the newer games, diplomacy is actually a thing where the different cultures and empires aren't just trying to always screw you over, that they will, sometimes some of them will be more pacifist or more eager to form a lasting alliance, and so it means that you have to be a little bit more thoughtful. And it's just weird having to actually play the game that way. I just need to get the hang of it. I love, even though I suck at it, I love, what's it called? Not Europa, I'm nowhere near good enough at that, but Crusader Kings 2. I don't have 3 yet. But that one's super. That one I fully understand. Like, this is all about trying to understand motives and figure people out, but at least there you get the feeling. Oh my goodness. I need to see if I can post one of these AI just in range of this, so hopefully they'll shoot incoming. but in Crusader Kings, you have to. It's specifically just trying to figure out. That even though you can play it like someone trying to conquer the world, all times the joy just comes from the unique stories that come about. Because with a lot of the DLC that's come out, that game just can tell incredible stories that are entirely randomized, but just so beautiful that you can have a king that's desperately trying to be the best king he can be, but just cannot have a son to save his life, and so he won't have anyone to inherit when he dies. And so then you decide, okay, well, maybe I need to have an affair, and then something just from a couple little questionable decisions of you trying to get your king a son. Suddenly, he's just this huge philanderer, very happy, loved by people, but huge philanderer, and just ends up still not succeeding in having a son, but now is divorced by his wife and all these different things, and it just becomes this bizarre adventure. And I love it for that. I've been told that the test for new players is conquering Ireland. I've never conquered Ireland. I've come close, but never conquered it. Yeah, there's definitely some strategy games where I can't. But there's others where there's a specific like sweet spot where it's just my thing and I love it. And then there's others where it's absolutely a little too beyond me. Alright, let's see. So we had 3 hoses. I guess I just can't have a Joker today. That's alright, that's fine. I didn't want one. Who needs health regeneration? Okay, so I have 3 hoses as one clue. I didn't see any clipboards around, so I'm looking for a clipboard or if one of the computers. Okay, this computer has 5821 PSI. 521 PSI. 3 hoses. Don't suppose I can get lucky and get the 3rd clipboard anywhere here. Doesn't look like it. Did I bring... Oh no, I wasn't planning. Well. Time to... Oh. Yep. I forgot this mission. It's possible to equip flashlights to your guns instead of laser pointers or laser pointers. I'm a cat owner. Laser sights. It's possible to, but that's hard to do on low detection builds. I forgot. Normally for a mission like this, I would bring. There's a flashlight melee. That while it's a terrible melee, it does actually function as a flashlight. Which, when you don't have to go upstairs and turn on the power, is super nice. Okay, so now we'll just do this at. If I was doing this in my own time, I'd bring up. There's a website page that helps you calculate this, but I'll just take one with 3 hoses and see if I get lucky. Yikes, there we go, safe. Alright, since I'm in between assault waves, I might go grab a couple more of these. This stream is actually going slightly better than planned, but it would be even better if I didn't have that fan. Right there, maybe I can put it. I'll have to find out how long my computer cord is. Maybe I can put the... Maybe I can put a blanket in front of it or something. Oh my god, they turned it off again. Okay, let's grab one more. 3 hoses. Hoses. Oh, I guess we've got what we came for. The temptation to look at that website, but I'll see if I can get lucky. Not finding what element is the engine uses, which would give me a color for the tank. That's debilitating. I have to say, using a slightly smaller screen of this by having this downsized so that I can have both the chat and this open actually works, since I do not have a mouse pad at the moment and I do not have very much space on this table. So it works sometimes. A MacGyvered situation is better than you expected. There we go. Okay, come on, Dr. Fantastic. Like, random first one. It's not going to happen. Sometimes game logic in this makes sense, and sometimes game logic doesn't. Why can't we just pile all the reactors and take them with us? Or, since the whole point of this... Oops, my internet just went out. Let's see if that ended the stream. Nope, looks like it's still strong. I'll know afterward. Because since the whole point of this mission is supposed to be just this scientist has developed a fusion reactor that's going to make oil obsolete, so we're supposed to steal it. Well, why can't we just blow up his lab? It's not the most noble thing to do, but we're stealing a freaking fusion reactor that could help mankind. We're already making ourselves out to be villains. But I guess then it would be less of a game. Yep. Although I shouldn't question it, this is the game where famously you have a skill where you can resurrect, or it's not resurrect, but when people get downed, you're supposed to go over to them and interact with them to get them back up. And they can be down several times before going into custody. But there's a skill where you can just shout at them and it'll get them back up. And that shouting usually takes the form of swearing. And anytime in the Payday community that someone tries to bring up logic, someone says yes, because swearing at people to get them to recover from massive blood loss is perfectly logical. So. Okay, yeah, that one didn't work. Shock. Since I don't have faith, I'm going to go down and get another one. Let's see. 3. And my power went out. guess that's an impromptu end to the stream, if it is even still streaming. Thank you very much for this strange content. And thank you for hanging out. It was nice. It was wonderful getting a chance to sit and chat at Can Fodder. Signing off.